Today I'm going to show you how I made this tiny little Mr. Potato Head cake. I thought it'd be fun to have a go at making another Toy Story themed thing. I've got lots of older videos on here somewhere, but they're very old, they're Toy Story themed. I've gone with some pink buttercream for the inside to match his ears. I was going to do blue shoes, but actually it turns my buttercream turquoise usually rather than blue. Okay, so we're going to be covering it in fondant. I apologise those of you guys that don't like fondant, but we're going to mix it to kind of the colour. I'm thinking brown, might need a tiny bit of orange and yellow mixed in there. Mine's a much paler colour, but it's okay, we can paint it up later. So I've got a 6-inch round chocolate cake. It is partially frozen. I store all my cakes in the freezer and I just get them out when I want to use them for the videos. That's why it looks quite firm and a slightly different colour in the middle. It is still a bit frozen in there. Okay, so let's work out how wide we need him to be. So I think he's going to be about 4 inches wide. So let's just cut a little bit off at each side. And then let's cut a little bit more off near the top. He's kind of looking like, I was going to say an egg shape. I guess he's a potato shape. I might use one of these offcuts to just fill him out at the front a little bit. Now, you can work on him upright. I've got him kind of on his back, so it's a little bit easier for me to film it for you guys to see. But obviously, you can work on him while he's stood up. So we'll add the extra bits and just give him a bit more kind of a tummy or like roundedness at the front. You can do this on the back as well if you like. And then we're just going to carve it down a little bit more to shape. Okay, it's reminding me of an avocado at the moment. So I'm going to cover the whole thing in a thin layer of chocolate ganache. Now you can use buttercream, but because bits and pieces that are going to go on him are quite heavy, like his nose and everything we're going to be making, it's a lot of weight. So if you use ganache, it's pretty firm, so it should help hold the weight. Okay, so you can see once it's set, it's pretty firm, fairly solid. Mine's a little bit flatter at the back than it really should be. And then we're going to cover him in that fondant. You might get some creasing at the back. If you can't kind of get rid of those folds, we can just cut through them, cutting off the excess paste, and then we'll try and just smooth that down and try and get rid of those little lines. But I will put them to the back. You can use a spare piece of fondant to kind of smooth it down with as well. I'm also going to use a texture mat because he's got some texture. You can also see I've got chocolate ganache right on the front of him, look, typical. That one's a concrete mold from Dinky Doodle Cakes, or if you want texture, you don't have a mold, you can use something like an orange because the peel gives you quite a nice texture as well. I'll be honest, it doesn't show a lot. Like when I was originally doing this, you could see the texture, but yeah, later it's not very obvious, to be honest. But yeah, ganache right in the middle. Hopefully his nose will cover that. I had ganache on the work surface. I didn't realize that's where it's come from. See if we can just wipe it off with a little bit of water on my brush. Okay, so let's darken the color. I've got a squirrel brown edible powder. I'm just mixing it with a clear alcohol or dip-in solution. This one's from like a cake decorating shop and it's called dip-in solution, but you could use like vodka. It's better not to mix it with water because you don't get as nice a consistency. It can go a little bit lumpy. Also, it takes much, much longer to dry if you mix them with water. Okay, so we're going to swap to modelling paste. So I'm going to use the Saracino pasta model. Now, I do have an affiliate link for the Saracino products. You can use it on any of their products to get 10% off. I'll put the code on screen and I'll put it below as well. Okay, so we'll start with an oval and we'll cut it in half for our 2 eyes. And then we want 2 small ovals that are flattened for the pupils. I'm just going to press those on with a bit of water. And then I wanted to make him angry looking, so I was going to give him eyelids, which I just stuck on top and bottom. Although you will see later on that I changed my mind about this. I did look at different images of Mr. Potato Head while I was doing this to see which kind of expression I liked best on his face. They both had eyelids, but one's like they were more closed on one than the other. But honestly, I think I've made these too big. Okay, now his nose. We're going to roll what looks like another potato. So I'm actually just using the cut off of fondant. I did try to add a little bit more orange food colour into it, but you can't really tell. So we're starting with kind of like a pear shape, and then we're pressing in at each side to kind of give us the start of some nostrils. And then kind of pushing underneath as well. Just going to use my paintbrush handle. Once I've got it to shape, I'm going to now add some powder colour. I'm not mixing it with clear alcohol this time. I'm just going to put it on dry using a big flat brush. So this definitely is changing the colour of it. I don't want much in the middle because we want it to look like it's a lighter shade, like the light's hitting it there. And I can even swap to like a brown anywhere that I do want to shade it a little bit darker. Now I'm just going to use some more brown powder. I'm just sticking to the squirrel brown at the moment. I'm just going to pat it onto, using a big brush, kind of the bottom edges so it looks like it's a bit more shaded. The nose actually looks a bit big. I don't want to make it again, so I'm just going to cut some off the back with the scissors. Okay, so now the hat, we're going to use some black fondant. You could use a mix of fondant and modelling paste if you want, if you find the fondant is too soft, or you can add some CMC or Tylose to it. It's very messy, it's black. We're just going to push that on the top of his head. I have done this in solid paste. You could obviously just, if you'd thought about it in advance, and like me, we could have used a mold and done a little hollow half sphere for the top of his head for this, which would have reduced the weight and the amount of paste that we're using in there. Okay, so I'm going to cut a strip that's going to go around the rim of his hat, and we're just going to mark it where we want to cut it because it's a little bit big. Now, I think it's a bowler hat he wears. However, mine kind of did end up looking more like a pirate hat.
I just want to interrupt this video quickly to let my subscription members know that there's going to be a new tutorial in there very soon for this octopus in the bath, so keep an eye out for that coming shortly. If you're not a member and you'd like to be, I'll put a link below the video so you guys can find out a little bit more information. And back to Mr. Potato Head.
Okay, so let's work on some shoes for him and a base. Now, I need to lift him slightly. I'm going to use modelling paste for this one because it sets hard. And I'm just going to roll it to the thickness of the extra height I want underneath him. We're going to cut out a circle, and this is going to go underneath as like a little plinth. Okay, well, that's firming up. We're going to work on some eyebrows. Just some small little rolled pieces of black with some lines pressed in. Then we want a little smile, so I'll cut out a rough smile-ish shape in thin white fondant or modelling paste. You could use either. And then we're going to roll a sausage or snake shape of red, and we're going to put that around the edge. I want to add a bit of shading, but I thought I'll just try it with my black pen. So it's an edible pen, guys. It's not just a normal pen. I kind of drew a little bit on, and then I wet my brush and tried to kind of spread or almost smudge, blending the black out so it becomes more grey and lighter as it kind of comes up the lips and inside the teeth. I'll put that to one side to let it firm up. Now the moustache. So I'm going to use a round fluted cookie cutter, keeping it quite thick, the paste for this. And then we're just going to press in the middle and then kind of put lines up from between those little fluted curved edges. And then we'll cut off what we don't need off the back. Let's just see the size. I could have maybe done with doing his moustache a little bit bigger. But yeah, you can see roughly what he looks like before I stick them on. Or do we have him looking like sad, angry by changing like the shape of the brows and the mouth? I think I prefer these eyes without the eyelids, and maybe we should make him happy. Now, if you want the light to look like it's hitting like the pieces of what would be plastic on Mr. Potato Head, I mean, obviously ours isn't plastic, but to give that effect, we can add little areas of white powder so it looks like highlights, or we can just glaze it later with edible glaze. Okay, so let's place them on the face. First of all, just working out where they want to go, and then when I've worked that out, I will stick them on properly, just using a little bit of excess fondant mixed with some water squished behind the back of each one. And I feel like because now my camera's pretty close to his face looks a bit weird, but I promise, like in real life, he doesn't look as weird as this camera angle is making him look. I've still got black fondant all over me from this one. So let's just put some glaze on everywhere that would be like a plastic part of the toy. So like his eyes, eyebrows, nose, mustard, pretty much everything. Apart from I'm not going to put it on the main potato part of him, even though I guess that is plastic on him as well. If you're going to use glaze, just make sure you've got a glaze cleaner to hand because it's quite difficult to wash off your brushes if not. Okay, so let's do him some ears. So I've got an oval of pink, and we just want to press in some indentations so it becomes more kind of like the internal shape of an ear. And I am going to push these onto a wooden little food skewer, so a little cocktail stick, just so that we can insert them into the head, and they look like they're sticking out quite a lot. Like if you don't want to have the stick, you can push them tighter against the face if you don't want that stick in there, but I wanted them to look like they're kind of coming quite far off his face. Okay, so his hands, we're going to leave a chunky bit at the end. And my first hand, I just spent way too long working on this, and it broke and it cracked because it was starting to dry as I was working on it, and it's quite thin in that middle bit, but it's heavy at each end. So it puts kind of quite a lot of pressure and strain on the middle part of the arm. So you'll see in a minute that I do break it. So we're going to cut in some fingers. I'm going to round off the ends of them. It's got like a plastic seam that goes up the middle. So we'll try and put like a seam in. I think if I do this again, maybe that would be the bit I would miss off because it's quite time consuming. I'm kind of pressing things around, moving things around a lot, and it's getting very fragile. A little bit that goes around his wrist for sort of the edge of his glove. Again, I am going to put a bit of a cocktail stick in there to help push this in and hopefully keep it in place. And you can see he snapped. His wrist snapped. So I did just put a little bit of fresh paste over the join. Hopefully that will hold. And with the second arm, I literally just spent less time faffing and I did it quicker, which meant it didn't break. Okay, so shoes. We're going back to some more blue modeling paste. A nice big kind of oval piece that we cut in half. we're going to cut a little circle out from the back end so that they fit. Can you see against that blue bit that we stuck under his body earlier? We want some details on here. So we're going to cut out a couple of oval shapes, and then we're also going to cut out some strips as well. And we're simply going to place over our strips and our ovals, give him some little laces, and then sort of a little band that goes around the bottom edge that looks like the sole. I was going to do some shading, but I like them just the blue on its own, so I'm not going to worry about shading them, I don't think. I think the shoes are actually my favourite part on him. So we'll just push them under there, making sure his hands don't get in the way. Yep, I love the shoes. Okay, so there he is, all done, Mr. Potato Head. Let me know if you would like to see any more Toy Story themed videos on here soon. Thanks for watching.